Oh, landmines and jellyfish. Welcome back to Knives, I guess. And you remember back in the day when you'd get yelled at for taking your phone in the bathroom? That was neat. But do me a favor and hit that like button or your dad will yell at you for taking the phone in the bathroom. And we just did a live stream last night. That was a fantastic live stream. I had a blast, but we went in on the Swisstech Wurdig. So if you haven't seen these are at Walmart for around 30 bucks, I think between 30 and 35. And I carried this, absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved the looks of it. That red against the green micarta. It really reminds me of outdoor gear from the 1950s, 1960s. But let's take a look at what we're holding because it'll bother you if I don't, and you know I spoil you. So first things first, and most importantly, the pocket clip is tip up, which is the Lord's carry. It is reversible. We have got the green micarta. We have got a flipper tab and a thumb plate. So let's flick the bean. And we got right about 3 inches of Aus 8, maybe a hair less. So that's your knife right there. And, I had expectations for this going into it. We've done Aus 8 before, so I had an idea of what to expect if it had a good heat treatment. So we started in on this thing, and on the edge tester that I'll show you in a little bit here, we pulled a 188 on it, which is not in a bad place. It's pretty decent. I believe it had a bit of use on it. I carried it, of course, to do my review videos, but we did carry it for a week, and I think I put some wear and tear on the edge, just breaking down cardboard and stuff like that at work. So we started at a 188, which, again, not a bad place to start. We've been starting in the 250s lately, so that's not too bad. But, we cut with it, and by the way, one thing I got to get out of the way here before the comments start rolling in. I use the amount of time spent cutting because trying to keep track of each cut that I make, it would be catastrophically unmanageable. So we just use the amount of time we spent cutting, and we're making a 4 to 7, 9-inch cut, give or take, about every second or so. We stopped and counted these at one point and did like 900 cuts in a half hour at about that length. So if that's not good enough for you, I'm not sure what to tell you, but it's good enough for the girls I've gone out with. If you want to see the pace and how much I was cutting, check out the live stream and just get a feel for it. But now that that's out of the way, all right, so we cut with it, and over the course of the first hour, we went from a 188 to a 350 right here in the belly where it did most of the cutting, and I pulled a 348 a little bit farther back. So the wear, pretty consistent with what I expected. We stopped after another hour, and we pulled a 401 here and a 368 a little farther back. So again, pretty consistent. We went for another 50 minutes, and we hit a 444 and a 589. That 589 means the edge is pretty well devastated. Once you get up above 500, the edge is really, really letting go. And once you get to about 600, the edge has fully let go. So this did just a blonde one shy of 3 hours, which is exactly what I expected from Aus 8. Aus 8 tends to fall between ACR 13, which will do 2.5 hours, pretty much like clockwork, and D2, which will do 4 hours, pretty much clockwork, almost every single one we've done. So this performed exactly as well as Aus 8 should have at the 3 hour mark. So definitely well pleased there. Another pleasant surprise after the last few we've done. The ergonomics were fantastic. This thing has got a fairly wide flat spot up here. There isn't a major issue with the gap in between the liners. Not a major issue there. The only discomfort I felt was the amount of pressure I was putting right here, pushing down on those cuts. Holding it like this and doing push cuts for hours. No major issues with the ergonomics whatsoever. I was quite pleased with those. So, yeah, I mean, it did good. It did good. I would have preferred D2 to Aus 8. I really would have, but the Aus 8 still held up. And if memory serves, Aus 8 is supposed to be a bit tougher than D2. It is a hair softer. So, again, nothing unexpected happened last night. It did good. But we did stop, we sharpened it up, we made the bevel nice and fat, and we laid it back a good bit on 17 degrees per side with the Work Sharp Precision Adjust Professional. Words are hard, it's somehow your fault. But that Precision Adjust that you guys provided very kindly through your super chats, your channel memberships, all that went back into the channel. Thank you guys for that. And it took a decent edge. It took a decent enough edge. It's a hair on the softer side, so it didn't take as keen of an edge as I would have liked, but it still took a pretty good one. So let's take a look here. like, it's still a nice edge. It's still a very nice edge. I have no complaints there whatsoever. It shaved easily enough. It did the things. Let's take a look at the electronic edge tester, and this is also something you guys kindly provided through the super chats, through the channel memberships, what have you, so thank you for that as well. But what we do here is this measures the amount of pressure in grams of how much force it takes to cut through one of these calibrated test clips right here with this nylon wire in it. That's how that works. So here we go. Let's get it loaded up in the holder. And yes, I am pushing down slowly enough on this. I'm pushing slowly until it cuts. It looks faster than you think it does. But stand back. We're going to arm it. Okay, now the danger's over. We can all come in close. So a 164. So it got back to close to where it was. That was the numbers we were pulling on it last night when we tested it. You know, like I said, not the sharpest edge on the planet, but it's a very clean cut. It does a nice cut. So I'm happy with that edge. I'm happy with how it sharpened up. It took a while to get a burr rolled up on it, but otherwise not too hard to sharpen, which is not a bad deal. So if you're worried about it being hard to sharpen, it's not. It was a breeze. So yeah, I mean, overall, good experience. Overall, just all in at the end of the day. I really like this thing. I do recommend picking one up. You really won't regret it. It's a very enjoyable knife. I dig the looks on it. Not everybody likes the way it looks, but I really, really love the looks on it. I love the funk on it. I don't see stuff like this all that often that really catches my eye in the way this does. So, yeah. All around, very, very, very good knife, especially for, like between 30 and 35 bucks. It's really hard to argue with, and it's at Walmart, so it shouldn't be more than a few minutes for your house unless they're out of stock at the moment. But yeah, great knife. So you guys know I love sharing with you what happened during a Cardboard Slayer session, and that's what happened with this one during the Cardboard Slayer session. And the chat became completely unhinged. It was beautiful chaos. You got to drop by and check one of those out sometime. Tons and tons of fun there. But yeah, it's yeah. So all that being said, thanks for looking at my crap. Subscribers, you guys are awesome. You guys keep coming in. I appreciate it so much. If you haven't subscribed, please do. We have got live streams, regular videos. There's plenty of activities. And currently, the week of July 17th, or the week of January 17th, 2025, we are doing a giveaway, so get yourself subscribed, go over there and enter the giveaway. We got a couple of really cool things being given away, so definitely check that out, get yourself in it to win it. But comments, I love some feedback. Let me know what you think about this or the Cardboard Slayer session, and of course, let me know that you don't like the way I'm keeping track of my testing. But all that being said, y'all have a nice day.